Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
I am Scott.
And I am Steven.
And every week we talk about fashion, we talk about love,
Yes.
we talk about you, and we talk about me because I am so important.
When's the last time you got a pedicure? It's been like
yesterday.
a couple months for me, and actually
Wow,
I'm a
you
little
are a
bummed
complete
about that.
piece
I know.
of fucking shit.
I'm a piece
Get
of
out
shit.
of this podcast, you idiot.
It's okay. I got a little self-care, like home foot massage thing, though. Actually, my wife got it for me. So,
oh, nice. All right. Well, welcome back, everyone, for real. I am Scott. That is
And I am
Steven. And
Steven,
we.
yeah.
Oh, I was going to introduce you for you.
Oh, okay. We'll do it for me. You got it.
No,
All
it's
right.
too. It's too late. You already said your
I'll sit back.
fucking
I'll
name.
sit back. I'll shut
You
up.
already fucking ruined
I
it.
ruined everything.
Yes, he did. All right. Well, we're here to tell you about a movie we watched this week. We are B is for Bad movie reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to get a little button that says B is for Bad.
We need to do something.
Yeah. Last week, we hope you enjoyed that episode. I don't remember what we watched, but whatever it was amazing. We're just going to go and say
It was Birdemic.
It
was not amazing.
Yeah. God damn it. I remember too. I looked at the list today.
Yeah. I have the list pulled up now, so that way I can always be one click away.
Yeah, Birdemic, Shock and Terror, is that what it was called? That
Mhm.
shit fucking car.
Basically, just
what can I do for you?
It's a $10,000 Green Earth project.
What can I do for you? How about half off? I just made a $1 million sale for $2.
You also gave him $1 million off, plus whatever else you had before that, you dumb fuck.
Just love him.
You just cost his company.
I still love him calling the girl he just met right. You're not going to believe it.
You would look so good in those lingeries.
Yeah. It's like sometimes you just feel good and you want to let people know, and that's fine. But not the random stranger you met earlier that fucking day.
Well, and it's funny because he's like, I remember you from high school. And she's like, I
don't. You were a fucking nerd. Get out of here.
Then when he does call her, she's like, oh, yeah, the guy I just met on the street.
Yeah. Yeah, just so weird. But yes, we enjoyed it because it was stupid, but also it's just one of the worst movies ever seen.
It's bad. It's so bad.
This week we are also watching probably an equally bad movie.
Way more entertaining though.
A little bit more entertaining, not much. At least for me.
Fair.
We were watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yes. 1978 fucking classic.
It is a classic. I will definitely give it that. Made for about $100,000.
You know, I'm not surprised, but that was a lot of money in 78.
Well,
I'm surprised they didn't do a lot more because that is a shit ton of money in 78.
You want to hear the crazy thing about it? Is
what?
They actually only spent $40,000 on the movie itself, but you know what cost $60,000?
One character.
No, you know that helicopter crash that happened at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an accidental real helicopter crash of a rental helicopter. And it ended up costing him $60,000. And they actually, no, he was the pilot was injured, not fatally, but he was minorly injured. He was the only one who got injured. And then they just decided to like quickly ad lib them like walking in front of the helicopter crash and ad lib a couple of just random lines.
No, that's actually kind of cool.
But that was completely, apparently, an accidental real helicopter crash that cost almost more than, like, literally 60% of the budget was due to this crash. Amazing. Like, that's insane. Insane.
So this movie is insane. And this, I will say, this follows a similar trope of the movies in that time period. They're all, like, skit-based movies.
Yeah.
But you see like a bunch of shit happening that's nonsensical, that makes no sense, and you're jumping in and you're like, why are they introducing this character? And you're like, oh, I don't know. It's because just why not? Why the fuck not? Why are they doing this random bit at this part of the movie? Why the fuck not?
It seriously, it was like someone's like, I want to make a low budget horror movie that makes fun of the birds, but also I want to make Airplane.
Yeah, but you know what's even funnier is they do the song, and this is actually really good. This is a classic Halloween song people play on all the fucking playlists. You've all heard it if you've all been to a Halloween party at some point. No, we're not singing it. It's copyrighted.
They'll beat you, bash you, squish you, mash you, chew you up for brunch.
And then save the rest for dinner or lunch.
Yeah, you know what tomato ate his sister?
Yes, I do. So, and it's so like the tomatoes make such weird fucking sounds in here. I actually kind of, I kind of like the sound. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, that is creepy, and it's even dumber because they're like in the ocean grabbing people like sharks.
Okay, the Jaws ripoff was pretty funny though.
It was, but was that a ripoff of Jaws? I was trying to remember
100%.
I was trying to remember when Jaws came out. I thought it was 79, but then I'm like, well, it must have been earlier because that sounds even like Jaws.
I think it.
It's probably like 77, 76. I'm guessing it has to.
I thought it might have been earlier, but let me look. 75.
75. Oh my god, that's way early. It just feels so fucking early.
So yeah, 3 years before this movie. So definitely had time to put a Jaws reference
probably
in
2 years before production started on this movie.
True.
Yeah. So this whole movie is just one big Monty Python thing. Only it's not that funny.
And almost everybody in the movie had never been in a movie before, and almost all of them never were in a movie ever again.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. There was a song in this movie that just kept popping up. It's just so stupid.
Oh,
puberty
love. Okay.
God. Oh, God. So here's the thing, and this is my impression. I don't know for sure. I didn't look anything up about this movie.
I have something about this song.
Okay, but hold on. So earlier in the movie, one of the characters is in the hotel watching TV, and he's like, "Do you want a greatest soundtrack of all the most washed up people you've ever heard of?" And they start naming Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin. Like, they're all dead. What are you talking about? So I can't tell if they were trying to make like a funny joke, like they don't necessarily hate that music, but they don't love it, or they just fucking hate it to death. So they're making fun of it.
I do know that the song was performed by Matt Cameron, who apparently would later to go on to be the drummer for both Soundgarden and Pearl Jam.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Puberty love. And that's like the secret weapon against the fucking tomatoes.
Yes. It's so better.
So the tomatoes are attacking and killing people, and the only thing that like stops them in their tracks and kills them and makes them back into regular tomatoes is the song Puberty Love. And at the end of the movie, I just want to talk about that. I know it's the end of the movie, but it's so fucking funny. This is actually the one funny part from this movie. Is instead of playing it, the guy's just carrying the sheet music of Puberty Love.
Because that one big giant tomato's got the earmuffs or whatever, the ear coverings on. And so he's like, I don't hear the song. And he just holds up the sheet music like, read it, motherfucker.
Yeah, and like they don't have eyes or anything. He somehow reads it and he just turns it back into a regular tomato. It was just so stupid and funny. That part was actually funny. I was like, okay, that's a good one. Whoever came up with that scene is actually really good.
Well, and the bigger tomatoes were all just made out of foam, and the small tomatoes were actually just real tomatoes.
Yeah,
and
they were throwing
so many of the tomato attacks were either just like stop motion photos of tomatoes being placed around people's bodies in different places, so they looked like they were moving all funky. Either that, or they were legitimately just like throwing tomatoes at people's cars and shit.
Yeah, like there is just some weird shit in this movie that makes no sense. Like the beginning of the movie has this helicopter crash scene because they're in like a battlefield fighting off the fucking tomatoes, and they kind of reveal the background barely that they were trying to grow a bigger, better tomato.
Again, government trying to do something to better crops ends up destroying America again. That seems to be a common theme in a lot of these.
I will also say a lot of the characters in this movie are forgettable.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, so Like I don't remember a lot of their names at all.
No, I don't remember. Well, I remember Dixon, yeah. Dixon, there was another guy. Was he the press secretary?
Dixon was the one who was in charge of the team that the press secretary put together.
The press secretary's name is also a weird name.
I don't even think I wrote down his name ever because he was...
Oh, God, I heard it so many times during the movie. So he turns out to be the big bad in the movie, which is just kind of fucking dumb. I don't know. It was just really fucking stupid. And like, I forgot who he was. So he was in the beginning of the movie and a little bit in the middle, but not much. And then at the end of the movie, he comes out. I'm like, who is that? Is that just some random guy they picked up off the street? I'm like, oh, shit. No, that's the guy from earlier.
Seriously, though. Well, and it's just so bad because, like, especially at the time where he's, like, trying to assassinate Dixon, like, you can't even know it's, like, him at all. Yeah. And so it's like they're trying to but also he was there every scene from the get-go, and they even said that the president brought him in because he had a garden. So it's like, oh, okay, so this guy already has been doing garden shit and blah blah blah.
Oh, and they like introduced this like Mad Cat character. Like, it was so weird. They were going through all this shit they have to prevent the attack, and they had like cyborgs, and they had weapons of mass destruction, and like, you're just like, what is wrong with
well, also that super soldier serum, but they could only put it into, they only had enough funds to put it into one leg of the guy, so he just runs in circles and then jumps sideways, and I'm like, what is
so dumb. It's like, I think this humor really sold in the 70s, and now it's just like, you gotta throw Will Ferrell in there and get him saying some cheesy fucking stupid horse shit.
Which, it's funny, I actually did a review of this a while back for my other channel, and most people actually ended up bringing up the cartoon afterwards, because there was a sequel movie, and then there's a cartoon, and then I actually saw something recently, like there might be a remake or a sequel coming out.
Just leave it. You can't get the problem is you can't get the same humor. Like, this humor is very 70s. You know that guy? There's one part in this movie where this guy is saying all this racist shit.
Oh gosh, yeah.
God, I cannot remember.
There's a little jap in the air. He means nib.
Yeah, like, and he was trying to say it was cold. No, I'm saying the previous line was even worse.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna say it because it's inappropriate, but it was like,
tomatoes are.
Yeah,
he means they're fruits. You can guess what that other word was.
We can beat vegetables. Actually, tomatoes are this, and like, he means fruit.
Yeah. Well, also they in that same scene they had the Japanese doctor knocking the USS Arizona picture off of the wall and into the fish tank, kind of like Japan sunk the USS. And I was like, God, that's so brutal. Like,
yeah, it is. Like, they're very on the nose with a lot of their humor from back then, but watching it today, I was like, oh, okay, well, why are we doing this here? Like, even the woman scene where she comes in, he's like, I appreciate your candor, and you're really good at doing this, and you got a
nice butt. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, this is just like,
you aren't using all your assets. Go to the bedroom.
I had a buddy tell me that The Jerk was one of the best movies ever made, and I was like, I watched The Jerk. I don't think it's funny.
I actually haven't seen The Jerk.
It's not that good. It's honestly
he sounds like he's a jerk.
Well, so no, not really. It's not.
No, I have no idea what it's about at all.
But it's one of those movies where in the time I think it was funny, but I think as time goes it becomes less and less funny. It's not like some of these other movies that have existed. Like I mentioned Monty Python. Those people are really fucking funny. Oh, God, anything seriously. They did was hilarious. Like, it's still
Life of Brian, Monty
today.
Python.
Yeah. Like, well, not just that, the Flying Circus, all of their skits were very funny. They knew how to keep an everlasting thing. You know, one of my favorite things is the what's an argument versus a disagreement. It's like, no, we're not having an argument. We're just having a disagreement. No, we're not. No, you're doing it again. I just want to have an argument. I don't want to have a disagreement. Well, you're not going to get an argument. You're going to get a disagreement.
You got to.
It's just one of those. It's, you know, those things stand the test of time. This movie, really, its skits did not do well for me. I was just bored the entire time watching it.
Like, some of them are kind of fun, some of them
that last scene
even like
great,
the small
honestly.
press the last like or the war room scenes, like those are kind of funny at first because the desk is way too small and they're like crowded in this tiny room and they're fitting 9 of them. They have to climb over the desk. Like, that first, that's funny, but then they cut back to it later on.
I've seen that also in a million fucking movies before that. That's the thing. True. That was a Monty Python thing too. It's just sketch comedy is all it is. If you remember the scene with the it's in the early movie when he's doing the press conference and the kid says like, hey, so and so from PS 130, and I'm like, oh my God, you're from Public Schools 130.
Oh.
I was like, God,
I was like, what?
I get what you're doing. Get out of here.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's some of it was funny. Like, that was funny. I love that sheet music scene. That was actually kind of funny. The song was really obnoxious, and I kept wanting them to stop playing it because it was just so bad. But I get
there's a couple of songs in here that were really bad and some that were kind of fun. That
was the other thing about this movie. Was it a musical?
I think so. Like, weirdly, it has to be because there's like 4 or 5 different songs in this. Yeah,
I think there's only 4. I only remember like 4 of them. Yeah. And I wouldn't even count. There's really only 3 because I wouldn't even count the opening theme song because it doesn't really do anything. Like, there's no.
There's also so there's that military song
Yeah.
There's the salesman
they're
song.
About to get destroyed. Yep.
Then
there's a love song at the end, and that's
the love song. There's Puberty Love, which they only
Puberty
play
Love,
a little loop of it every once in a while.
I don't count that either
song,
because it's just on the radio. So there's really only 3 songs in here that have to do with like story-driven musical numbers. But it's listed as a musical when you look up the description, and I'm like, is this really a musical?
I mean, I guess it had enough music in it to be classified as such.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
So weird.
Sorry, I also continue what you were gonna say.
I do like some of the other jokes they put in here, like the girl's name, the reporter, her name is Lois Fairchild, and at one point she sees a guy and he's like, "Oh, hey, Lois," and she's like, "Oh, hey, Clark." And then all of a sudden, you just like he goes off screen. You hear up, and away, and then all of a sudden, like the older guys like walking, like, "Oh shit, that's Superman."
No. It's there. Remember, they're having Dixon and her and this other guy are having a conversation, and he was having a conversation with the other guy first, and she comes up. She's like, "Do you have anything to say about the tomatoes? Tell me about the tomatoes. Tell me about the tomato." Being like really fucking annoying.
Yeah,
and that's when that guy comes about. But he's not like a random passerby. I think he was talking to Dixon, although I don't know who he was.
Well, either way, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. The whole thing was just like, the Superman
and that
joke.
other, like right after that, it's just like she's screaming at the car, "Dixon! Dixon!" Right. For like 3 minutes in the movie. I'm like, why are we still doing this? Can we stop? Seems like a lot of Dixons. Can we pull it back to maybe 3?
One of the background things I really enjoyed about some of the things in the movie was some of the random news reports that you would hear, like over the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in other news, a man was eaten by a BLT sandwich. Yeah. Like, just random lines like that were kind of funny.
Just, and there's a line in there, too, where a guy sitting in the classroom is like, "Shit, just the mention of tomatoes scares the living daylights out of everyone." And he says, "Tomatoes."
Tomato.
Everyone in the room runs away. Like, it was.
And then he just got that, like, shit-eating grin on his face. Like,
yeah. Well, and, like, they kept saying, and this is I think they're also making fun of sensationalism within the news because they said they're already in New York. And then a crowd of people is running from left to right. And then
I love that.
In L.A. And then now they're running right to left and then back and then in Chicago, left to right
and
again.
In Boston.
And like naming all the big cities.
And then like the one
and
point
it was sensationalism too, because later in the movie, the president says, "Bomb New York," and he's like, "But there are no tomatoes in New York." I'm like, okay, so the news was wrong.
Yeah. Well, and there's also that one point where like they're at the military bunker and those guys are like taking phone calls. We lost Arkansas. And you look at the map and they put a red X over Arkansas. And there's red X's almost over every single state. And I'm like, literally everything's gone. The entire world's just gone to shit because of tomatoes. Like, that's insane. Like, one tomato patch.
Yep. That's all it takes.
But also, if Puberty Love is the #1 hit song at the moment and it's being played so many places, you would think a lot of... God, that's so awful.
Yeah, you're right. Tomatoes wouldn't be anywhere if the Puberty Love's playing everywhere.
Yeah, I do love
they were attacking cars that were playing the song too. Early in the movie.
But then, like, when the main character plays the song, I guess he's playing it loud enough that both tomatoes both leave the alleyway. And like, all right, you could leave. Yeah, it's so just ridiculous.
The entire movie is just and I'll call it what it is. It's a failed sketch comedy where they tried their best to copy things like Monty Python, and unfortunately they weren't able to. Again, you have funny people in Monty Python, then you have not funny writers trying to emulate that. And you don't get the same like nostalgia that you get from like these other big sketch comedy groups that are actually really fucking good.
Like, one of the sketches that didn't land at all for me, except for one part, was the disguise artist guy they had randomly brought in, who at one point was just randomly dressed as Hitler. Yeah. And then, like, a soldier comes down and, like, it's Hitler! And he's black,
it's this black Hitler, and he's like, "I gotta take down Hitler." He's like, no, that's not the real Hitler. And you're like, it's 1978. Of course it's not the real
And then there's, like, one time where they just, like, literally pan to his face, and then he's just like... and just smiles all big, and then it just cuts away. You're like, what the fuck was all that? And then
again,
they're trying to get rid of him, and they're like, go disguise yourself as a tomato, and like he's eating people disguised as a tomato and says pass the ketchup and gets caught, and then we never see or hear him again.
Yeah, it was just it's again, I think it's these sketch comedies that probably would work in the 70s that are just kind of boring now.
Yeah,
I remember watching this movie when I was a kid with my dad, and I don't remember if I enjoyed it, but I'm guessing I did not, because I did not remember any of the scenes in this movie.
Well, and it's so funny because, like, especially at that last scene where they had everyone stopping the tomatoes when they were playing Puberty Love and turning all them regular.
Puberty Love!
Like, almost everybody in that scene just wore whatever crazy outfit they had because they were deemed the crazy people still in town. Yep. And so they literally just said, like, dress up as whatever you want. We don't have enough money for costumes. Like, just come down and just literally just stomp a bunch of tomatoes and we'll give you a little bit of money for it. You're just like... All right, I guess that's the joke of the movie. All right, cool.
It's just, it was just, the movie itself was very, very bad. So do you want to jump into reviews? You have anything else to say about this?
No, I guess, a rough one. That's pretty much everything in the movie. There's not a ton else in it.
No, and like, there's weird hotel scenes where they're just sitting down watching the news. Oh, God,
yeah.
Like,
the hotel things all could have been removed. Like, that was all really dumb, honestly.
It was just a filler, I think. I think a lot of this movie was just filler. How can we make it like, because I don't, is there like a limit, or do you have to have like a certain minute mark for it to be considered a movie, or do you just say like it's a movie because I want it to be one, like?
I'm not entirely sure, but I know most movies are over an hour at least, and short movies can be around half an hour, but
yeah. But those short movies aren't normally in theaters, right?
No, they're.
And I think this movie was in theaters.
Yeah.
Which
I think this is like what 80 minutes or something, somewhere.
Yeah, something like that, 1 hour and 20 or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, it was. So I'll just jump right into the review. I'm gonna give this a lanky bitch. I did not like that. I was so bored. It wasn't funny. Like there's like maybe 1 or 2, 3 funny scenes in this movie. You might get a chuckle out of a couple of the bad scenes just because they're so bad. But honestly, I don't even think this movie's worth watching. This is not one that I would say see because you have to. It's not worth anything to me.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that I think this is my second or third watch of it, and I've liked it less every time. Weirdly, like the things that were kind of funny the first time are just kind of really lame after a rewatch, or even thinking about it too hard. You're like, that was really just dumb. I'm probably gonna weirdly have to agree with you. Like, the most I could ever do for this is probably a son of a bitch too, but
yeah,
I think I gotta go lanky bitch with you. Like, it's just. It's fun for a first watch, maybe, like if you riff it or do a drinking game with it, but honestly, like, just watching it, especially
you can't
if you're by
do
yourself,
that with every movie you watch, right?
I know, and I say that a lot, but like, I don't mean that I like try to have drinking games with all these, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes they can make it more enjoyable. Yeah.
Like, you can, every time a tomato kills someone, take a shot. You'd be taking a lot of shots.
You'd be taking a lot of shots, and you'd be getting a little too fucked up.
You're a little too fucked up. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. That one was fun. It's an okay movie. It's just not. It's not good. So
I think we'll have more to talk about our next week's movie. So
yeah, this one's a little bit shorter than usual. It's just this movie. Again, it's just kind of crazy and convoluted, and there's no coherent story.
It is just chaos. Like, as much as you think this podcast or this listening has been chaotic, that's about how chaotic the movie is. It's just random.
Yeah, it is very random. So what are we watching next week, Steven?
Samurai Cop.
Samurai Cop.
Joe Samurai Marshall.
Samurai Cop. I just hope that's their theme song. I haven't watched it yet, so.
It does. It's not their theme song. I don't even remember if it had a really kick-ass theme song or not.
Well, they fucked up. They needed the Samurai Cop.
There's more entertainment in this movie. I'll give it that. But yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, we'll catch you on next week's episode. Thanks for listening. We'll see you later. Bye.